Hey, what's going on guys, Sergeant's Tech Tips, and welcome to another video on my channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a Linux distribution. I don't know what episode we're on now, but I know we're up there. So, we're going to be taking a look at MX Linux 21.1 Fluxbox, going to be a 64-bit version. Now, MX Linux it's a little different from some of the other Linux distros, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how it differs. I have used MX Linux before, so I know what to expect. I just haven't used it full in depth, so it'll be interesting to take a look at. So let's go ahead and create the virtual machine. We'll just do typical, and then we'll do ISO files. So if we go to MX Linux, and we'll do Fluxbox next, Linux Ubuntu 64-bit. This will be MX Linux next. 20 is fine. Yeah, we don't need to give it any more than that. 4 gigs of RAM is fine. We'll finish that up. We'll launch it on the virtual machine. I think one of the code words for MX Linux for this variant is Wildflower. So if you were curious about that. And here we are, MX Linux 21.1 Wildflower. So we're going to go ahead and close that. I'm not sure why it's doing this. I think it's just because my monitor's 1440p and it doesn't really know what to do with that. So interestingly, we have this little sidebar here. This looks to be our file manager. Oh, that's different. Got the trash, documents, music, pictures, videos, downloads, desktop. We got our file system, which is where all of our files are. So let's go ahead and install it, and then we'll take a look at it. So install grub for Linux and Windows. We're just going to do master boot records, fine. Next. Computer name, it's just going to be STT MX. I'm not going to worry about any of that. That's all correct. We'll do non-military, or non-24 hour. Username's just going to be Sergeant. It. Password's going to be root as always. We'll do auto login next, and then it's just going to install the system. So once the operating system's done installing, we'll be back. And the installation is complete, so it's going to say automatically reboot system when the installer is closed. If we click finish, it's just going to reboot the operating system. As you can see, it's rebooting. Now it's going to do a bunch of Linux stuff in the background. So technically, we're supposed to remove the operating system or the ISO file, but we can't technically do that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click enter. So this is Wildflower fully installed. As you can see, we're plugged in but via Ethernet. This is the application thing for updates, I'm guessing. Okay. So this, So this is manage popular packages. So these are all like, okay, so this is just installing stuff. So we can install like TeamViewer. We're not actually gonna do that, but we could do wallpapers. Oh, that's interesting. We can do some MX wallpapers. Let's actually install those. No, rip, I guess we're not installing them. Anyway, so on the left we have a, looks to be like a sidebar, kind of reminds me of Ubuntu or Ubuntu. This is all applications, so I'm guessing we can just search. This is kind of like a search thing. Can we bring it up with the... Okay, so if you click the Windows key on your keyboard, when you're in here, it actually brings this menu up, which is interesting, because if we wanted to get to the settings, we could do any of the settings here. You do like MX tweak, reset default clock. There's a bunch of cool buttons here. I'm not like super familiar with Linux. I mean, I am. I've used Linux for a very long time, but I'm not like super into it as some people would be. So I do apologize if I'm not explaining stuff properly. I like looking at these operating systems because these are open source. Linux is an open source operating system, and there's a bunch of distributions of it. And they're all free, so I don't know if they charge for any, but I'm sure there's some out there that are charged. So this looks to be our MX tools. We have live USB maker. So we can make a flash drive with this, which is actually really interesting. All we need is the USB drive, and then we select the ISO file we downloaded. Then you can create a Linux live USB, which is really cool. Also have snapshot. So if we do that, I'm guessing snapshot's going to be kind of like, yeah, okay. So this is just going to be a snapshot of the operating system. Okay, I see. Yeah, so this is just going to be a snapshot of the S. So it's sort of like Restore Point on Windows, similar to it. Probably not the same, and it's probably a lot better. We have Crew Rescue Scan. I'm not sure what this is. No Linux systems were found. Okay, so that must be... Maybe it looks for other operating systems. We got Disk Manager, which is probably just... Yep, it's in the word. It's Disk Manager. We're using 4.6 gigs of 20 gigabytes, which is interesting. It's interesting how when I leave the tool, it brings me back to this menu, so if I'm not done here, that's actually really cool. We get boot options, and obviously we got to enter our password for everything, because Linux. So we could boot to MX Wildflower Linux 5.10. Okay, so these are just different versions of the operating system. Maybe more stable versions. Or if you had more than one OS, you wanted to just automatically boot to something, so you could leave your computer and do something. That's probably what that would do. Also have boot repair, so if the operating system is damaged, or another OS is damaged, we can probably repair it. So this will just reinstall grub, this will fix the configuration file of grub, and then it'll back up the MBR or PBR, which is master boot record and private boot record? I'm not sure what PBR stands for. Legacy boot only, restore MBR, PBR, like, yeah, okay. What else we got? We got cleanup, so I'm guessing this is like a cleanup tool. Oh, this just deletes like cache files and stuff. That's actually really cool. So it'd be kind of like what's the operating system, or not the operating system, but Windows has defragmentation. So I wonder if it's similar to that. We also got menu editor, so we can edit menus and stuff. That actually didn't ask for a password. That's interesting. Also, if you did notice, there's actually a clock up here, but it's kind of hard to see. Let's see if we can actually change the wallpaper so we can see it a little bit better. Let's do this one. Yeah, so you can see there's a clock up here in the right top-hand corner, which is nice because it also shows you your HDD, the amount of your hard drives being used, the RAM is being used, and your CPU is being used, which is really interesting. A lot of these wallpapers are actually really nice, too. I think we're just going to stick with the wallpaper I grabbed. So this is the menu editor. I'm guessing you can just edit menus and stuff. Can't really do much with it, though. None of it really works. This is probably just some in-depth stuff to edit certain things. I'm not going to mess with that. We also have Samba config, which is not much. I don't know what that is. If there's stuff in here that you want to explain to me how it works, that'd be amazing, because it would teach me a little bit. Like I said, I don't know everything about Linux. I've used it. I know how to. I can install Chrome through the terminal if I need to. We got MX User Manager Administration. So if you want to change your, you can just change your stuff, or if you want to delete an account, which is really cool. It looks like you can also probably create accounts. I don't know where that button is, but we can modify a user account. We can copy between desktops, add remove groups, and group memberships. We also have About MX Linux. So this is going to bring us to the About page. It's also going to show you the specs of your system. Obviously, you can see I have a Core i5-12400F. It also shows you your kernel number, or your kernel codename, I guess is what you could say. Also shows you how much RAM you have and how much storage you have and have used up. Also shows you 2 times. My Core i5 is definitely not a dual core. That would kind of suck. So that is that. It doesn't look like it's going to bring us back, so we'll just plop that back in. We got bash config. I'm not sure what that is, so I'm not going to mess with that. Like I said, if you want to explain how it works in the comments below, that'd be great. So I'm guessing this is to install NVIDIA drivers. I do have an NVIDIA card, but I can't see it because we're in a virtual machine. Codecs installer. This probably installs codecs like MP4, MP3, and other stuff. I don't know why it says internet's not available. It is. Oh, I probably gotta turn it on. We don't really need the internet. That's alright. Conky. I don't know what this is. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what this is. If you guys know what Conky is, let me know, because this looks like it might be something that's useful. Also got date and time. I'm not going to click that because, well, yeah, we'll click it and see what it looks like. Because this is way different from, like, any of the operating systems we've actually looked at. And you can actually see down here in the left-hand corner, you get this menu, which actually looks pretty good. It's actually, oh, you can move it around. Move it, like, right here so we can see it. So these are all your programs. I'm not going to go through every program because They're just programs, and we're kind of going through the tools anyway. I really just wanted to look at it to see if it's much different. It also has a built-in ad block. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. It's got a built-in ad block. But here you have like your program selection. It's sort of like your start menu. Because you know how the start button on your keyboard brings this up so you can search stuff. But here, if you don't know what you're looking for and you just want to see if you can find it, you could look in here. Like you have Internet, Multimedia, MX Tools, Office. Doesn't look like LibreOffice is on here, which is I think the first operating system we've looked at that didn't have LibreOffice. This might be more of a lightweight version of MX Linux too, because yeah, a lot of these operating systems, I really do like MX Linux. I like the style of it. So if I were to switch over to Linux full time, I'd probably go with MX Linux. It's not going to ever happen though, but looks like I just X out of that and then reopen it. Or is this not like just something that opens? So I have Settings Manager. This is all your settings. So you can see some of the programs that are here are in here as well. We'll take a look at that, but down here it actually shows you the programs that are open. So you can switch between them. It's like a program switcher, if you will. Go ahead and close that. So that is the date and time. We got Network Assistant, which will probably give us our network settings. Yep, it'll show us our hardware for our network. It'll also show us like our drivers and diagnostic information, which is interesting. It also gives you your IP down here, which is nice, so you don't have to go to like what's my IP if you were to look that up. You also got select sound, so I'm sure you can like select a sound card. That's pretty cool. We also got tour. I'm guessing this is going to bring up that window. Oh no, it's literally just a tour. Yeah, so if you guys want to like learn about MX Linux, you guys can install it and look through here. This will give you a little more information than I'm going to be able to give you. It's also, oh yeah, that doesn't do anything. We got MX Snapshot updating, install apps. It shows you how to install apps and stuff. That's actually really helpful for someone who's not like technology inclined or, you know, computer savvy is what a lot of people use that word for, when you really don't need to be computer savvy to do a lot of stuff in Linux. A lot of stuff you do, but a lot of stuff you don't either. We got brightness system tray. I'm guessing that's what that stands for. Not sure what that does. I'm guessing it's this thing. So we can change the brightness. It's not going to matter because I'm on a desktop, so that is actually really cool though. You can see it says virtual one. We also got tweak. Let's see what tweak is. Reset default box. Okay, so this is just, it's sort of like when you go into your file explorer in Windows and reset it. I'm guessing that's what this does. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, because I'm sure I'm going to be wrong about a lot of this stuff. Also have welcome. So this is going to bring up the window that pops up when you start up into Linux. We also got system keyboard, which I'm sure you can change like the keyboard layout and stuff with this. Oh yeah, you can even add one if you want to add one. Oh, look at that. They have a bunch of them already pre-installed. That's actually really cool. So we'll just click, no, I guess we got two USs. Oops. Close out of that. We also got system locals. Let's see what this is. I'm not sure what this is, but let me know in the comments below, because I'm sure it's probably something simple. Quit. I don't know what that does. I don't want to mess with something wrong. We also got fixed GPG keys. I don't know what this is. Oh, because you can't connect to the internet. I wonder if this is like something you just, so you can fix stuff. I'm not sure what GPG keys is, but maybe it just fixes keys for programs or something that might get corrupted. Something along those lines. We're going to take a look at package installer, which is what this is. We got repo manager. I'm guessing this is like repository manager. Yeah, so you can choose like where you get your repository stuff. Yeah, like I said, repository. You can get Debian repositories and individual sources. Alright, we also got quick system info. It's just going to type that in. So it also copies it to your keyboard once you type that in. And the code for that, it's not going to show it, but this gives you all your information a little more in depth. As you can see, it says like VMware, so that's the program we're in. It says a bunch of other stuff as well. We also got format USB, so you can format a flash drive using this, and I'm sure it'll format it pretty well. You can also change the format, so you could do exFAT, NTFS, X4, or FAT32. Just got iDevice mounter. I'm guessing so you could mount like an iPhone or something. This I might have to look into. I do have an iPhone. I'm just gonna have to dig it out because I kind of want to see what this does. Take a look at that at some point. So that's the MX Tools thing. So here, if we go back on the left, we got Settings Manager. So this brings us to that page we were at earlier. So if we go to Mugshot, okay, so if we do Frank, not my real name, then my initial is U for some reason, we'll do 56541237889. Okay, never mind. Apply. So that just allows you to like crank with your settings and stuff, so you can add like a phone number and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff was already in that menu we looked at here, which is the MX Tools, so we're not going to mess with this, but we also get monitor settings. As you can see, we're running at 2560 by 1440. You can also change your refresh rate, which is actually kind of cool, so if you have something that's a little higher refresh rate and you want to take advantage of it, MX Linux will allow you to do so. We got print settings, Bluetooth manager cleanup, quick system info, touchpad indicators, so if you're running this on a laptop, which is probably a little more recommended than a desktop. My computer's a little overkill for MX Linux, but that's alright. We also got, what does he do? Help. I'm guessing that brings up some documentation. Oh, that's cool. So this gives you a little more in-depth stuff if you want to learn how to use MX Linux. That's actually really cool. We also got terminal, so here's our terminal. So here's all the commands you can use. I'm sure there's more out there. I'm sure you could do like sudo and stuff, because I know that's some Linux stuff. I don't know if you can do an MX, but I'm sure you can. You also got camera, but I don't, oh, this is screenshot. So if I want to take a screenshot of the OS, okay, it saved it, so that's cool. This is like a little screenshot button, so this could be like, oh, I got to take a screenshot of this. Let's open up the web browser. Is this Mozilla? Oh, it is Mozilla. So let's say we want to take a screenshot of Mozilla Firefox. Just click this, grab here, go here, boom. And then it saves it to our pictures. So if we actually go to our File Explorer, go to our pictures, you can see both of our screenshots are here. And this is going to be the image viewer. I don't know what this program is. About G-Thumb. So this is the program that is used for image viewing in this variant of MX Linux, which is interesting. It is free, so I mean, you get a decent little image viewer. Last update was 2020. I could be late on the MX Linux. If I am, I'll do an updated video. That's alright. But here's our screenshot. As you can see, it worked. Can we edit? Oh yeah. Nope. Nope. Is there like a drawing tool or something? We could format it, so if we want to crop it to here, that's actually pretty neat. Welcome to Firefox. Accept. Bam! Save. Nice, nice. Now we got a screenshot of that for some reason. As you can see, it is Mozilla Firefox. I'm really not surprised. That's usually what Linux ships with. You can install Opera. I use Opera GX personally. I prefer that browser, but you can probably also install Chrome. We also got a music player. So you could like open files, add files, open folders. If you have an audio CD, you can play that. So if you have a laptop and you want to use MX Linux as like a little music studio, you probably could. You got new playlists, save playlists. There's a bunch of cool buttons here. About, what are you? So the program's called the Beef. That's an interesting name. So that's cool. And then obviously we already looked at the browser. Now down here in the right hand corner, this is the update stuff. I can't really do that right now because I don't have internet connected. Not sure what this is. Properties? Clip man settings. So it's like a clip thing. So I wonder if it's like if you were to copy text. So let's go. I don't even know where it is. Let's just go into the browser. Let's just type something here. Let's copy this. So if I right click, copy, leave this. If we go here, yeah. Show full history. Oh, okay. So it just keeps. It's like a clipboard. It keeps track of what you copied and stuff. So if you lose something, I'm sure once you restart your computer, it will go away. But you can actually like change the settings and stuff. Remember history items, reverse history order, ignore mouse selections. Okay. So say you like, oh, I copied this, but I forgot and I don't want to go back. Oh, well, it's right here. Just copy it again. Boom, look at that. That's actually pretty neat. Here's our sound thing. I'm not sure if the sound drivers are working. So this is your exit options. This brings you to block. I'm guessing this is sleep. That's shut down. That's okay. Restart. That's sleep. I'm guessing this might be hibernate. I'm not sure. That should go away in a second. Okay. So if we go back down here, you can see these are all the programs that are actually in MX Linux. And some of them are just, you know, basic stuff that MX Linux has already built in, so these aren't even like pre-installed. There is quite a bit. As I said, I know I usually go over every program in the video. However, there's not really much of a point, because if you guys really want to, you can install this in a virtual machine, or just, if you guys want me to go through every program in future episodes, I will. I just don't really see a point. If I see something new, I'll probably click it. Like, I am seeing quite a few new things, so we might click on a couple of these. Backgrounds. So these are all of our backgrounds and stuff we get with MX Linux. So if we were like red, you just apply that, and it does apply it up here. You also get like this one, which is actually, I like that one. We're going to stick with that. I'm not sure what AR and R is. Roll 1. Okay. New. Open layout. Is it like layouts? I wonder if these are like virtual desktops like in Windows. I'm guessing that's what that is. I'm just going to go ahead and take a wild guess and say that's what that is. So it's got ad block, which is built into this version of Linux, which is actually really cool because we all know how ads are. We got Crew Rescue Scan. Okay, we were already looking at this. It doesn't do anything. I think it might be a repair tool. It might be an antivirus. I'm not sure. Borders. Select border style for all apps. Oh, okay. Oh god. I'm not sure why you would want that, but that's going to be our border now. That is our border now. It actually doesn't look too bad. Oh, we got bash config, Bluetooth adapters, bulk rename. Okay. I mean, you can do this in Windows, but this will allow you to actually, like, really bulk rename stuff. That's cool. Featherpad, lightweight QET text editor. So this is going to be the text editor built into Linux. This is being typed on MX Linux 21.1 Wildflower as of, save as, we'll just save it in the documents. We'll name it, I don't know, 2022. Now if we X out of it, and we go to our File Explorer, Documents, I don't know, 2022, bam! I'll forget about it, so that's okay. So that is the text editor for this variant of Linux. I haven't actually looked at a lot of Linux distros lately, so I am going to be a little rusty because I don't remember what, I don't remember what OS we looked at last, but you guys could remind me in the comments. I'll have to go back and rewatch those videos, but that's alright. So like I said, we're not going to go through every program. We have a live USB kernel updater. That just says what it is. We got a synchronized file and folders program, G-Smart control monitor, and oh. This just monitors health? Basic health. Okay, so if I were to actually mount my game drive, I would probably be able to look at the health, basic health check. You can also enable smart, which is built into every hard drive. Well, I don't know when it started, but it's been in hard drives for a while. That's actually really cool. So these are all of our all applications, so there's no point in going into here. But it does have quite a few applications. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is the more lightweight version of MX Linux, but it's still really nice. Power Manager, yes. So we can enable power managers. We can see what the power button does. So you click the power button, you know, it'll shut down, close, and then boom, when you click the power button on your laptop or desktop, it'll shut down. What is this? Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like. If you did not, drop a dislike. This is MX Linux 21.1 Wildflower. This is the... I don't remember what variant it is. Hold on, let me look. Fluxbox is what they call it. So, if you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comments below. You can also leave a like. That would also help. If you guys have any operating systems you want me to check out, let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys next video, and peace.